Hey guys, this is Creepypasta 90. This is Creepypasta Volume 2, Chapter 2, The Tale of the Frozen Ghost. In 1995, an 8-year-old named Danny that was rich and snobbish and his streetwise 16-year-old babysitter were driving through the forested areas of Wisconsin, and then their car broke down. And then Samantha told Danny to walk up the road for a bit. He walked up the road for about 8 miles. Then he ran into the cabin that was in the woods, and it belonged to these 2 old elderly ladies. One of the old ladies went to get the paper and saw Danny and invited him in, and Danny went in. Danny had been gone for several hours, so Samantha went looking for him. When Sam and Danny finally met back up at the cabin, they introduced themselves to the ladies, and they told them that they were lost. The old ladies explained to them they had their own problems. They were living there. She said she'd forget about it. Then she said, let's pass the time and I'll tell you a story. The Legend of the Frozen Ghost.
She began to explain this cabin was built back in the 1860s. Back in the Old West. With the rugged robbers and the tough men. Back in 1865 there was a bank robbery. And a little boy saw the bank robbery. And he hid in a tree trunk near the house because the bank robber saw him and chased him to the tree trunk.
Well, he froze to death in the tree trunk, and they say his spirit still haunts around the cabin looking for his jacket. And he also knew that that cabin was where he hid the gold. Said he took the key.
The robber had noticed that he lost the key and went to look for the boy's jacket because he knew that the boy had taken it, but never found it.
Samantha said, that sounds interesting, let's go look for the blue key. Danny didn't want to, as he was too scared. And Samantha said, come on, these 2 ladies were nice enough to give us some shelter, at least we can help them find their blue key. He ended up agreeing. They searched and they searched, and they finally ran into something. A little lost boy. And he kept saying, I'm cold, and he was pale white.
It didn't take them very long to realize, especially Danny, that this was the boy from the story, and the story was true. That really was a frozen boy.
They ran back to the house as quick as they could, with Danny in the lead, because he was the scariest of the 2. Ghost. When they get back to the house, they're both out of breath, but when they catch their breath, Samantha tells Danny the boy was pointing at something. Then she says, let's go back and help him. But Danny doesn't want to, and she does, and they argue about it, and she finally says, I'll help you if you needed something. They go back and help the boy, and give him his coat, and he quits the haunting. But then, a weird-shaped key pops out of the jacket. They take it back to the house, and they try in the flue, and it fits. And they open up the flue, and all the gold that the robber stole pops out of the stove. Now with the little boy's spirit at rest, he can finally rest in peace himself. And now with the ladies' money's problem over, they can finally be happy. Well, that's it for today's video. Like, subscribe, and comment, and hit the notification bell if you like the video. And if you're on your smartphone, don't forget to turn on notifications so you'll know about my videos every Thursday and Saturday. And don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, and Instagram on social media, and give me suggestions through social media. You can also email me suggestions at mdrew9031@gmail.com.